And we're back. So we're gonna try to make something like this. Something like this. Not necessarily the umbrella or whatever this is, but something crayon-like. Try to get these textures going on. You know, these little whatever's happening here. We can try to capture it, kinda. Alright. So to do that, we're gonna start with a new fill and name it base. What color should we do? Let's do blue, base blue. And I'm gonna put it in a folder and call that crayon. Yoin. Crayon, like this. Alright, so base blue. I'm gonna turn off everything but the blue, something like this. I guess these are fairly rough, so I'm gonna give it a roughness of maybe 0.5. They're like waxy. I wonder how. I'll do 0.4 and 0.5. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a black mask, add a paint, and I can just paint right here like this. Alright, so now what kind of brush do I want? Maybe the ink brush, the one that I barely used last video. Drag down, please. Alright, maybe something like this. It already has some nice little texture on it, so we can do some nice things on it. Alright, sick. Maybe I don't like this blue, actually. I like paint, please. Let's mess with the colors. Ooh, I like that. So this is like yellowish. So yeah, purple looked pretty popped on it. Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna erase this. Perfect. Alright, so maybe I should do a black first. I'm gonna duplicate this layer. Sure, leave it as base blue. But for the first layer, I'm gonna call it outline. Yeah, I think this is better. And then I'm gonna make it blackish, maybe something a little bit like this. And I'm gonna paint. Let's see, what should we do? We can do some kind of flower. Yeah, maybe something very small. Actually, before I do that, I wanna add the texture. Man, I need a basic brush. Alright, I'm gonna right click, add fill, and I'm gonna try one of those cloud textures. Clouds. Cloud. Here. Let's try this one. This one has more contrast. And I'm gonna put it on triplanar and do like maybe 5 tiling, 20. That's fine. You're not really gonna see it. The contrast is too much, but yeah. And then I'm gonna put it on multiply. Yep, that looks fine. So now I'm just gonna erase, and now if I paint, you barely see the repetition. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. What about the noise parameters? Let me make a big Noise parameters, scale. That's not bad actually. Disorder. 0.5. Yeah, balance is fine. Alright, sick. Now let me just erase this. Maybe we'll do something like, I don't know. Oh yeah, I was saying a flower earlier. Maybe a nice little flower. I'm gonna go back to the ink. Oh, this chair is very squeaky. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is better. So I'm gonna do maybe something like this. Yep. And we're just gonna yoink, yoink, yoink. Whoa. Let's see, flower like this, like this, like this. Yeah, yo, that's a W flower. Alright. Okay, and then we can probably just take this down like this and like this. Yep. Maybe some, there's probably gonna be like some grass right here, because why not? Maybe the kid doesn't know how to draw because it's a kid. So maybe, nah, actually we don't need that yet. Alright, let's see, is there a, well, I guess we'll call this a flower. Alright, epic. So, for the outline, I'm gonna put it on 50%, like the paint. I'm gonna put it on just half of that. Alright, sick. So now I'm gonna duplicate it and call it outline thick. Right? And then actually, if I go here and add an anchor point, let's see, add anchor point. Now I can go here, add a black mask, add a paint, and then I'm gonna add a fill. With the fill, we're gonna put the new anchor point, which is outline mask. Where is it? This one. And we're gonna put it on multiply. So what that's gonna do, whatever we paint here is gonna show what's up here. And we're gonna go here actually and give it some height. Maybe 0.005 will be fine. So now we can just go at random spots and like kind of like darken it a bit. There you go. Maybe the height is too little. 0.007. 0.01. There you go. All right. I'm just gonna paint random. Something like this. And like this. Like, why not? This is fine. This is fine. So right now we only have this painted. Actually, I'm just gonna get rid of some of this. Make it a bit more organic. Yeah, give me 1 second. Forgot to set up my timer. There you go. Alright, perfect. Maybe like this. Yeah, this is fine. And maybe make it a bit darker, maybe. Yeah, why not? This is good. Okay, so for this, now we can bring back the base blue. We're just gonna do the same thing. Maybe we'll paint in here. Man, this is thick. Maybe we'll do something like this. I really don't like this color though. And I don't like this. Oh man. Maybe a more muted color. All right. I actually don't like this very much. Maybe something like this. And we're gonna put it on 50% again. And I'm gonna do add anchor point, duplicate the whole layer, blue thick, name the layer blue thick, and now I'm just gonna add a new paint, add a fill. With the fill, I'm gonna anchor point. Where's blue thick? Blue, 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 base blue thick. All right, and I'm gonna put it on multiply. Now I can just same thing. Let's see, 0.01. We'll do 0.01 right here as height. 0.01. All right, now we can just go over some of this, kind of like that. There you go. And if we go here and paint just a bit, should be able to paint back in here. All right. Yeah, I think this is good. This is good. So now we can probably do like a reddish. So I'm just gonna copy these two. Actually, I'm gonna put them in a group and call it green. And I'm gonna duplicate it, call it red. So now I can just go in here and let's see. Let's just change the name of the layers to red. And the anchor point to red. All right, epic. Let's see. Yep. All right. So now we can just erase what. So what it was is, since we duplicated, we still have this folder, this layer occupying the green right here. So we're just gonna delete. And we're gonna paint here instead. Now let's get a new color, maybe red, like I said, something like this. And maybe draw inside the line. There we go. This heat is killing me. Now we can just go here and I think we can kind of like get the, actually I'm gonna go back to this layer and then just copy the hex code. And then we go back to the thick. We're gonna change this to red. And then paste. I guess it did take it. All right, sick. So now we can just paint here. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, here and there. Yeah. Yeah, I like that it's not like popping up too much, because then we would have to lower the saturation anyway. I guess now we can do like a yellow. Let's see, orange and yellow. Yeah, let's do a yellow. Let's duplicate this, name it yellow. We go back in here, name it base, name the layer base yellow, and in here as well, I'm gonna name the anchor point to base yellow. And right here too. Epic. Alright, so change the color to something yellowish. Maybe this yellow is too muddy. We'll have to change that. Alright. So now again the mask is occupying the last thing we painted. So to do that, to get rid of it, we're just gonna erase it out. Now we can paint here maybe. This is not a good yellow. We're gonna change that. Let's see. Yeah, something like this. It's better. And I'm gonna go here. Alright. So right here you see this little eyedropper right here. That is for, you can kind of like eyedrop anywhere on your screen, or if you have like a double monitor, you can eyedrop anywhere. So you just click it and eyedrop the color, simple. So if I want this blue right here, I can just sample it, and that will be what is affected. We can go back here and eyedrop this color, and now we paint. Yeah, why not? Something like this. Maybe it's too much. We can just paint out some. Maybe like this. Yeah. Alright, now we need an orange, which will probably be the middle. Yeah, we'll do the middle as orange. Orange. Again, base orange. The anchor point, name it orange. And up here, orange as well. All right. I'm gonna make it something like this, and then again we gotta erase it, so we just go erasing it right here, and then paint with white right in here. Maybe something like this, and here we sample the base color from the layer below it, and we paint. Yeah, this is too big. Something like Maybe the height is too high. What resolution are we? Let's see. We're still at 4K. We won't get that close. We'll probably just have a render like this. Yeah, this is nice. This is fine. Yep. All right, and maybe now we do the blue. We name it blue. Base blue. Base blue again, and then the anchor point. Alright, now we go back to our main paint, erase out whatever this mask was holding, and now we can change the color to a bluish color, something like this is fine, and we paint this one. Yeah, this is good. And I'm gonna go here and yoink. And now we paint. Perfect. All right. So I think instead of having like a whole new layer for this, I'm just gonna paint it yellow. So we can just go back here in the yellow folder and then paint. Paint like this. And go back to the thick yellow. Paint it like this. And here we go. I'm just gonna save though. All right, epic. Yeah, that don't look too bad. Okay, sick. Now I just want one folder. Let's see, let's make a new folder and call it dabs. I call it dabs because it's gonna be like little dabs of crayon spots on the TV. So I'm just gonna call this red, whatever color we had before. Let's see, we're just gonna go to the red right here, and yank the color, and then add a black mask, add a paint. For this, I think I'm gonna do a different brush, maybe this one, maybe wet soft. Yep. Alright, so I'm just literally gonna just like do some stuff like this. There we go. Maybe something like this. Actually, I'm gonna make a new paint. We can keep these, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a new paint, put it on linear dodge, and we'll do maybe something like this, and we'll grab the smudge and maybe slightly smudge it, maybe like this. Yeah, maybe if we go back to the main paint up here, maybe there is one. Let's go back to our paint. There's one that goes across like this. Maybe something like this. Maybe that's too much. We'll do that on a new paint. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, and maybe one here. Okay, so now we're gonna just duplicate it, call it yellow, add a new black mask, add a new paint. Where is yellow? Let's sample the color like this. Yeah, something like this is nice. Now you can't really see it, but in the base color it shows up, because you always want like color variation on your textures. So I guess something like this, maybe. Yeah. What roughness were they? 0.5. Let's do that here too. 0.5. 0.5, like so. There you go. And maybe now we just do the blue. I don't want to do every single one of them. I'm just gonna duplicate this, call it blue, override the black mask, and add a paint. Let me sample the blue color right here. Let me make a new paint. Actually, no, we don't need a new paint. We overrode the black mask, so that's fine. So now, kind of go like, there we go. Just, just dab, little dabs. Yeah. Something like this, maybe here. Like, I'm not using stencils for this because it really doesn't matter much. Maybe run above this one. Why not the back? You never know. Kids get everywhere. Maybe that's not even a kid. Maybe it's just the grown adults. They like drawing everywhere. Alright, epic. And maybe not these two. Maybe just something like this. Yeah. I'm just gonna save real quick. Because imagine this thing crashes. I would lose my head. Epic. So I'm just gonna save again. I think this is it for this one, and the next video. Do we have time? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do the scratches. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. So for this, I'm just gonna keep this quick, make a new fill layer, and name it dark scratches. Like this. And I'm gonna put it in a folder, call it scratches. Why not? Alright, so for the blending mode, I'm gonna make it multiply. And again, just like the one we did down here for the tape, we're gonna put the folder on pass through for base color, because we want the multiply to be affecting the layers below it. So now that we have this, I'm gonna do a black mask and add a fill, and the only scratches that we need, we're just gonna type it here, scratches. It's this one. Bam, just drag it in. So put it on triplanar and tile it by, let's see, it's 3, okay. Maybe 2. Yeah, 2 seems fine. And for the balance is fine. I'm gonna get rid of the scratch dirtiness. No, that's not what I want. I think I'm looking for something like dirt, dust, and yeah, dust intensity. The spots, let's skip some. Double scratch, not really. The dirtiness is fine. The masking doesn't do anything really. The length, keep it fairly short-ish. Let's give it a 0.5. Scratch quantity. Let's see. This is fine. Let's try 1.5 as tiling. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay. Let's lower the multiply a bit and give it some height. Negative height, maybe 0.005. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. So now I'm gonna make a paint layer in the mask and then put the grunge above the paint and put it on multiply. So now what we're gonna do is just find our basic brush, basic hard, and we're just gonna paint like random places, and wherever the scratches show up, that's gonna be where they show up. We have some right here, some like this, maybe like this. Right here is nice, like this. Yep. There you go. This is good. Maybe the quantity could be a bit more. Oh, I like that. Now we go back to the paint. Paint some more. Yeah, I like this. There we go. Maybe the back of this. Yep. All right, so in my reference right here, there's, where is this TV I was looking at? There's this, you see it has like dark edge damage. Let's just do this really quick. Should be pretty easy. So what we're gonna do is make a new fill layer, call it edge damage, and I'm gonna put it on multiply, give it like a really dark color, maybe something like this, and I am going to make a black mask, add a how do I want to do this? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna add a generator and do a metal edge wear, which is this right here, right? So this doesn't even make sense anymore. Look at the tape. All right, so now I'm gonna add a fill. For the fill, I'm just gonna type spots. Where's the shavings? Yeah, this one. That's what I want. So for this, I'm gonna put it on triplanar, tile it by like maybe too much, by like 3. Maybe let's play with the balance a bit. Maybe do like 2. Yep. And now we're gonna put this on multiply. So what that's gonna do, it's gonna be only affecting the metal edgeware, and that's where it's gonna show up. So let's move on. Let's see, wear level. I'm gonna put this also on triplanar. Grunge amount. Wear level. Like this. And as for height and roughness, roughness will be pretty rough, so 0.06 is fine, and the height will go down. Maybe negative 0.025. Yep, something like this, right? Let's see. Now I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a paint and put the metal edgeware, put the paint under the metal edgeware and put metal edgeware on multiply blending mode. So now I can just paint where I want my little edge damages to show up. I think I'm gonna take my cement brush though. Let's see, angle, position, lower all those. Size jitter, yeah. I really like this brush. Actually, I don't want it. I don't want the dark edgeware to be like anywhere that's like this. You see these edgeware we did earlier. I don't want the dark edgeware to be like right on them. So we kind of have to avoid it. All right. So maybe something like this. Again, it's not gonna be a lot because this TV doesn't have it just have like a few scuff marks and that's it. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, some here. Yeah, maybe some at these. Maybe not. Maybe like this. Yeah, why not? Maybe here. Maybe here. And these are giving a different look. I don't even want them. Let's see, roughness. Whoa, I meant 0.6. Why did I do 0.06? Now we're talking. Yeah. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Okay, so I think this is done for now. We still have to add like overall dirt and stuff, but in the next video, we're just gonna move on to this part, start painting this. It should not take too long, so I'll see you there.